Welcome to Sadaaqa. Our first guest on the show is Sheikha Soaud Al Sabah, a renowned fashion designer from Kuwait. Sheikha Soaud is the first Kuwaiti designer to win the Arab Women Awards, and later on she joined the Arab Women Awards as a jury member. But apart from these very remarkable gifts and qualities that Sheikha Soaud has, what has really drawn me to her over the years is her deep and abiding love for India. And that is exactly what we are going to talk about on this show. Welcome to Sadaaqa, Sheikha Soaud. I'm so happy that you are our very first guest. It really makes it very special because Sheikha Soaud, and I've said it on many occasions, on many platforms, is a dear, dear friend of India. In fact, if I may be allowed to say so, she is an ambassador for our country.
No.
Really, in
No,
Kuwait.
no.
She is an ambassador for India in Kuwait. So, Sheikha Soaud, I'd like to start from the very beginning of your journey as a designer, not your life. I want to ask you about your work as a designer. What is it about your work that you enjoy the most? Tell us something about the kind of work that you do.
I'm a kaftan designer. I started it in the beginning as a hobby,
Okay.
which turned out to be my work.
Okay, your passion.
It is my passion. It's always nice to start out with passion and then end up doing
Absolutely.
it as a...
It is so difficult, and there is that cat which is making a lot of noise. And I'm sure that in the course of the interview, he or she is going to land up
she.
here.
It's
It's
a
a
she,
she
yes.
on this couch.
Yes,
Okay?
come. Yeah.
So now the thing is that, yes, it is so important to love what you do.
Yes.
Right? To
Yes.
have passion for what you do.
Definitely.
And is kaftan a regular wear of Kuwaiti women?
It's the traditional with the thobe, this is it's
The
but
traditional
now
dress.
everyone is so Western.
Yes, everyone is wearing
Yeah.
everything else.
Unfortunately.
That's yes, right? Yeah. Sometimes there are some our traditional wear is slowly kind of disappearing.
It's wearing out.
It's wearing out, and more modern, westernized clothing is
Yes,
taking
yes.
its place. Yeah. You won a very, very prestigious award, and you were the first Kuwaiti designer to win the Arab Women's Award. And I want to ask you, what was the experience like? How do you remember? How strong is that memory? How happy is that memory? And I also remember you telling me this at that point of time, that you had a wonderful experience at the award ceremony.
Yes, it was a day I would never forget. It's always nice to be acknowledged and appreciated. And it was given to me by Zuhair Murad, the
Who's a
Lebanese.
very famous.
Yes, he's a Lebanese fashion designer, and it was nice. I enjoyed it.
It was a very special moment.
Yes, it was.
And what is most interesting is that you became a jury member of that same Arab Women Awards. And how exciting was that journey?
It's good. It's nice. It's when you get to choose somebody
Yeah.
to win the award later. You have to choose somebody which has identity, uniqueness.
I remember you telling me this, and we have discussed this earlier, about how important it is. And I think it was with regard to influencers. This was when social media influencers were just starting out.
Yes.
And we were talking about how important it is to have an identity instead of,
Exactly.
being
Exactly. It's nice. I
random.
mean, it's nice when you see a dress and then you would say, "Oh, this is from this designer," because she has identity. But now it's like
Yeah, I know.
everyone looks the same.
Yes,
you know?
there's a sameness. Yes, so the identity is slowly kind of petering out.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So now I come to a more interesting. I won't say a more interesting, but a topic which is closer to your heart, which is India.
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, what is it about? What and when did your love story with India start?
It started when I started my kaftan designing. I started going to
When was that? I think.
about 22 years
Okay.
ago. I started going to Bombay to get some fabrics, and when I just arrived and like woke up in the morning and saw the city, it was like love at first sight.
The first time you went
It
there,
was,
right?
yeah.
Yes, yes.
And
Yes.
I found some of the when I came back to Kuwait, I found some of the fabrics here in Kuwait, the same fabrics I got
In
in the
the
local
souk,
market.
yes. The
I
textile
didn't tell
souk.
my mother, so it's like a reason to go back and get it was
Yes,
just a reason to go
that
back.
give you a
Yeah.
cause to go, a reason to go back every
Yes,
time,
yes.
right? And if I were to ask you, what is it about India that attracts you so much? And I have said it on many forums many times that Sheikha Soaud Al Sabah is a cultural ambassador. She's an ambassador for India, basically. If you see her Instagram account, if you see her handle, her love for India kind of reflects so much in how your social media account is designed. So, what is it? Is it the people, the sound, the taste? What is it that attracts you?
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the culture, the artistic flair,
Mm-hmm.
the the people, definitely. With
Mm-hmm.
look, with any country I travel, it's the first thing, it's the people with
Okay.
me.
Uh-huh. What about your family? We know that the Al Sabahs have had a very, very close and long association with India. So tell us something about that, about their association with my country.
Are you afraid of cats?
Oh,
There
I
is a
love
cat just
cats.
behind you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
think she
just
went under
hope
the
that.
sofa. Come, come. Okay, tell me. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes, we were talking about
In,
your family's
yeah.
association with India. The Al Sabahs have had a very long and warm association with India. Tell us something about, how much whatever you know about your family's association with my country.
It's
It's
been
a
a
long
long
history,
it's
right?
a long history, more than 100 years.
More than 100 years
We
based
have
on trade.
we have Sheikh Abdullah Salim,
Yeah.
the previous emir. Like, he used to go for Ramadans in Bombay. He
Oh,
used to spend
really?
Yes, he used to spend it in Bombay, and they have the Al Sabah court in Marine Drive, and there was Al Jabriya court. It was owned by someone from my family as well,
Okay.
but he sold the Al Jabriya. But the Al Sabah is still there. It's in Marine Drive. We have a lot of families like Al Marzouk, Al Ghadi, Al Bassam, Al Qana'i. Um,
And
we
they
have
have very strong
Oh
relations,
yes, yes.
old relations
Oh
that
yes,
go back,
yes.
based
And
on
they
trade.
talk Indian.
They talk Indian.
Yes,
Yes, I
yes.
remember meeting Sheikha Swad's one of her close relatives, and I think your daughter's father-in-law, if I'm not mistaken,
Oh
who
yes.
speaks clear Malayalam.
It's his
Imagine.
mother. His mother. He's
His
from the
mother
Al
is,
Marzouk
yes,
family.
from the
Yes.
Al Marzouk
Yes.
family. And I mean, Malayalam as a language.
Yes.
Being an Indian myself, and Anis here is a Malayali, and
Ah,
he's
you
our
are?
technical, yes,
Yes.
director. And I find it difficult to even, understand one word, or maybe I can if I pay a lot of attention to it, because
It's
it has,
difficult. Yes.
yes. So how influenced are you as a designer, as a creative by India?
All the way. I mean,
Okay.
look, when you go there, it's the culture, it's the colors of India. It could be just by somebody crossing the road
Okay.
with the colors and the sari and the bun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
How could you go wrong with
Okay,
India?
okay. So does that show in, do you also use, I mean, are you inspired by Indian motifs? And you said you use Indian fabrics as well.
I do.
What kind of fabrics do you use the most?
Different fabrics. What I like is I like the hand block
The hand block, okay. The
fabric.
kalamkari.
Yes, I went to, no, it's the hand, no, no, no. This is what they
Okay.
use for the shawls.
Okay.
But for the fabrics, they use them on, they,
Yes, the hand
they
blocks,
carve
yes.
the wood and then they
Yes,
stamp
yes.
with
It's
color.
a very ancient
I
technique.
went to Rajasthan, to the factory itself, and where they were doing
That's
it.
right.
And I did it myself.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So you source a lot of those fabrics.
I used to then when it wasn't available in Kuwait.
Now it is.
Now it's overused, so I
You've
went
shifted.
to another direction.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And I think Indian philosophy has also been very inspiring for you, because I remember when I first met Sheikha Soaud, which was well, more than a decade back, and I visited your atelier, your space of work, your studio, and I found Sirdab 6, which is your label, with the labels basically, with
Yes,
sayings by
yes, the
Gandhi,
Gandhi and yeah,
quotations by
yes.
Tagore and Swami Vivekanand. And so, how do you think that these thinkers have also had inspired you in some way, had an influence on you in some way?
Not in, no, no, they did not inspire me, but I've always liked mottos. Um, and I thought it would be nice to share them with others.
Yes,
And I got all the books and I was reading and I chose the like very short, on point, nothing political, Indian.
the Indian
Yes.
thoughts and
Yes.
values
Yeah.
and philosophy, right? And I also remember that you had told me that your love for India is shared by your close relatives, your mother, and your
My husband.
and your
Yes.
husband Nabil.
Yes.
And in my book, Women of Kuwait Turning Tides, I remember this line that I wrote, that you said, for some, their favorite destination is London or Istanbul, but for me, it will always be India. And my family shares my love, and together we visit Bombay, Delhi, or some other place. So now we spoke about this quite some time back. Does that still apply? Is it still ongoing?
All the way. How come you are allowed to read and I'm not?
I'm taking the interview.
No, but I mean, you told me I shouldn't read. And okay, yes,
Okay.
yes, I'm still, yeah, all the way. I mean, one thing with the COVID is like, I really miss going to Bombay. No other place.
Yes. So, apart from Bombay, which other places have you been to, visited in India?
Bombay, yeah, I visited Delhi, Udaipur, Rajasthan, back to Bombay, stay in Bombay. I just
You're
love it
never
there.
far away from
No,
there.
no. I feel home. You know, when I went to the last trip, just before the COVID, I went to, it was Delhi, Udaipur, and then to Bombay. I swear to you, the minute we landed in Bombay, I just felt home.
You felt that you're back
Yeah.
home. And I mean, I'm sorry, we are continuously calling Mumbai Bombay, but I think that's what you relate to more, is it, Sheikha?
Mumbai?
Bombay, right? More than Mumbai?
I don't know. You see, us as Arabs, we
Yeah.
still say Bombay.
Yeah.
Like بتروحين Bombay.
Yeah.
You know, we still say Bombay, but when I speak it in English,
Yes.
it's Mumbai.
Okay.
It's all there. It's all the same country.
It's all the same.
Yes.
So now I'm going to talk about Bombay or Mumbai, as
Bombay,
you.
Mumbai.
Yes. So what are the places that you like to visit in Mumbai specifically? What are the things that you like to do?
Bombay, I like to shop.
Okay.
I like to go shopping. Restaurants in the evening.
Any restaurant in particular?
Yes, I like Trishna and the table.
The table.
Yes.
So what is it in Trishna that you like to eat?
It's the same menu every time. We have
Seriously?
Zbedi. Yes, we have the Zbedi fish.
Okay.
And
The Zubedi is pomfret for my listeners, for my viewers in India, and Zubedi.
and we have the rice, the dal, the chapati,
Okay.
and then we have the vegetables. This is the main, يعني,
The set, yani,
the
set
set,
menu.
and then it's like who's with us, then they can, you know,
Okay.
and the prawns.
And the prawns,
Yes.
huh? And yes, Mumbai is actually very good with seafood as
Yes,
well.
they're amazing. Their food is. It's for me, it tastes the best.
Okay.
Really, really.
And apart from Trishna and the table, where else do you go?
You mean as shopping? Quite a lot. I mean, Bombay is full
A
of
shopper's
shops.
delight, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but
There is
I
a nice
remember-
one. It's called Ensemble. It's nice. They have very, very top high designers. And there was one. It's called Banglo 8, but unfortunately they closed like a couple of years ago. They were nice.
I did want to ask you this question. As a Kuwaiti designer, are there any Indian designers that whose work you admire, or whose designs you pick up?
Not really, no. When I go to the shops, I just like to mix and match with different designers, different themes even. I mean, one year I was so into Punjabis, I just ended up buying Punjabis.
Okay, which
that
is the
year.
kurta. The
Kurta.
Okay.
The kurtas.
Have you ever worn a sari?
Yes.
You have. And
Yes.
this, I think, looks
This is-
very much like a sari.
I did this for the program,
Okay.
kind of,
Yeah.
to wear this for the program. It's a sari, and this is a thobe.
How
A
wonderful.
Kuwaiti,
The Kuwaiti design.
Yes.
The Kuwaiti
But-
design with
but-
gold and...
But by then, the Kuwaitis used to have this embroidered in India.
That was the time.
Yes.
And now it's being done here.
No, even now.
Even now.
They have it in India, but now a lot they have it as well done in Bahrain and locally, but machines. Then it was basically handcraft.
Handcrafted. So this is a sari thobe,
Yes,
if I may call
yes,
this?
it is, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I do want to ask you that as a designer, as a creative, these people who come from, well, outside Kuwait, perhaps from India, perhaps from the subcontinent, and from not very economically strong sectors of society, and yet they live year after year contributing, right? I mean, it would be very difficult for you as a designer to do your work, to execute your work without the help of these people.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, look, when they come here, they come to work, and we definitely need them because who else would be doing such good work in Kuwait?
They are gifted, they're experienced people.
And personally, you would think I'm being, but it's to be realistic. I mean, with the education going on, in the long term, I don't think you will find
Any
people with craft
artisans,
as
right?
in
Yes.
now.
Yes,
It's
craft is
so-
dying
yes,
slowly.
it
Yes,
is, it
artisans
is.
are not very easy to find.
it's we are lucky to have
Yes.
people like this helping us in our
Yes,
work.
that's
We
right.
must,
Yes, and is it right, Sheikha Soaud, that you were in Mumbai during one of India's most difficult and challenging times, which is during, the 26/11,
It's
26/11.
14 years ago.
It's 14 years
Yes.
ago. And how challenging was that experience? Where were you staying?
We were at the Oberoi.
Yeah. Which is where the Trident was just right next to
It's
you,
next to it.
where the attack
Yeah,
happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we were in the Oberoi, but with the Oberoi, it's because it's open.
Uh-huh.
So when we went to the room, it's the minute we just closed the room, and then the bombing started,
Explosion started.
and the shooting and everything started.
Confusion.
So it was like, what's happening? Then Nabil, my husband, he was calling the lobby, the reception, to see like what's no answer, no answer. And then he was like, and then then we were packing. We were supposed to go back.
Come back to Kuwait.
Come back the next day. In the morning, it was like at 4 in the morning. And then it was like, no, it's not a wedding.
There's
It's more than
something
a
wrong.
wedding.
There's something wrong.
And then Nabil, he opened the door. And then it was like...
Pitch dark?
Pitch dark. And he came back in and he just took a towel, put water on it,
Yeah.
threw it to me, and he said, follow me.
Yeah.
And then
And where were you? Which floor was this?
we were in the last, I think it was the 80, we were in the highest floor.
Oh my God.
And then I followed him. I was...
And you didn't take the lift?
No,
It was not working.
I don't know.
You didn't try. Okay.
No, thank God we
Yes.
didn't.
Thank God you didn't. Yes.
So
yes.
no Soaud now.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
thank
yeah,
God we
yeah.
didn't. And then I was just, I swear to you, we were just holding, because
Holding
we can't,
the wall.
And then the exit. We went down the stairs. It was like forever, because we were just, and he was saying, Soaud, it was, yes, Soaud, yes, Soaud, yes. And then it was quiet. We can't breathe.
Yeah.
We can't breathe.
There
And
was
then I
smoke.
Finished. This is it. We're gone. And
And then
like-
how you managed to make your way out?
and then I was thinking, like, look, if we arrive and the door is locked, what are we going to do?
That's right.
But then
But
somebody,
by that time, did you know there was a terror attack?
honestly,
You all
I
just
was just
suspected-
following him. I don't
Okay.
know what was
Ah,
happening,
okay.
but I know there was something funny happening,
Okay.
But it all happened so quickly, and he was like
You
follow
didn't have
me
time
and-
to think.
No. I mean, look, I even kept my bag there, my everything.
Oh, you left
I left
everything.
everything, my bag, my purse. I just took the mobile.
Okay.
It's that's how I wasn't even thinking, And then one, I think foreign man opened the door and he said, "Anybody out there? And anybody up there?" And he said, "Yes." And he goes, "Come on out, come on out." And then we told the taxi.
Mm-hmm.
We took a taxi and we told him, we don't have money. Can you take us to Taj?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nobody knew what was happening.
Okay. Okay. That was a very, very,
Yeah,
very tough
yeah.
time. And I mean, it is something which you will not forget easily.
Oh no.
Never,
No,
perhaps,
no,
right?
no.
Yeah, because I've heard your husband also mention the same to me. So, thinking of it, looking back, and the fact that you experienced something like that firsthand, how important is it, to put up a strong fight against this menace of terrorism?
Look, for me, such a thing, I think I think there should be no terrorism in any place in the world. I think people should just live in peace, regardless the religion, the color, the country. I think finish. We just want to live.
And we come for such a short time to this world,
Exactly.
right?
So
Yes, and it is important for countries also to come together and put up a strong fight
look,
against.
my father passed away, but one thing I learned from him was when you sit with somebody and when you meet somebody, you just meet him as a person. It's regardless where he's from, what's his religion, what's his job.
That's right.
And this is how my upbringing was.
Mhm.
And so
Okay.
when it comes to terrorism, I think nobody is with terrorism.
Mhm. Okay, and now we'll come to a little happier things.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Please.
So, though this is not, I suppose, a happy memory, but I also remember you telling me that you took your mother to Mumbai for a surgery sometime
for the
back.
eyes.
So you have also, in a way,
And this
been
is
to
happier?
India. I'm happier. No, that's what I said. I made a mistake, not happier. But yes, you did go to India for medical tourism.
Yes.
Now, that is a term that is very commonly used now for medical tourism. And you took your mother to Mumbai for a surgery.
Yes.
So, what was that like? What was it? Was it a good experience?
He's one of the best doctors.
Who is
Look,
this?
not because you're Indian or the
Okay.
program is Indian. Not at all.
Okay.
I believe in Indian doctors.
Okay.
Whenever I go somewhere, I definitely believe in Indian doctors. Very well educated. It's just me.
Your trust is complete.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So that time when we went, we did not go to India for the eye operation. No, no, no. We were in the shawl shop, and then like the shawls, it was blue. And my mother was saying, this is like
Some other color.
purple.
Ah,
or
okay. So
Even
she was not-
even like
yeah,
further, like
okay.
another. And then another day, she was just
Losing her
mixing-
sense of
yes.
color.
So a friend of ours was in Bombay.
Okay.
And then he said, you can't see well, with the colors and things like this. And why don't you go to Dr. Shroff?
Shroff.
Shroff. His family,
Okay.
they go there to do their eyes.
Okay.
And she said, yes, okay, why not? Let me at least see him while I'm here, And she did. And she was like, he's amazing. His grandfather was the doctor of Sheikh Abdullah Salim
Oh, how interesting.
back then.
Uh-huh.
His father was Sheikh Saad's doctor.
So
eye
he had
doctor.
a Kuwait connection.
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people now, even then, from Kuwait, especially from the Qana'i family, they fly over just for him.
Okay. I see. Still
And now it's the
okay.
son. Yes,
It's
the
the
son is
son.
taken over. So
Okay.
it's 3 generations
Okay.
from what I know.
So that was a good experience for you. That's
Yes.
okay.
I'm waiting
so
because-
she's fine.
Yes, she's fine.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yes.
So now, Sheikha Soaud, we've come to almost to the end of the show.
Yes.
But as is our culture in India,
Yeah.
we show our happiness,
Yes.
our gratitude
Yes.
with sweets.
Yes.
And before we let you go, we are going to do is give you like a short questions about some of your favorite things about my country. So we call this section Namaste India.
Namaste.
Namaste India. You know what's Yes, that's right. Namaste. So Namaste India, and we are going to ask you some questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
And at the end of it, I have
I'm
something
looking
here for
since you started. I'm looking at the sweets.
It's called. It has a.
My mother likes this one.
She likes
Yes.
it. It's called Kaju Katli.
Yes.
It is a sweet made of of pure cashew nut, and I'm going to give this to you at the end of this section,
Okay.
which is called Namaste India. So this is our way of saying thank you to Sheikha Soaud for taking time and doing this with us, and for being our first guest on Sadaaqa. So in Sadaaqa's Namaste India, my question to you is your favorite Indian textile as a designer?
Hand block.
Hand block. Okay, so that remains. Your favorite place in India? No prizes for guessing that.
Bombay.
Bombay, Mumbai. Your favorite Indian food?
Simple. Chapati. I like bread.
Seriously?
I like bread.
mean,
I just
come
love
on.
bread. Yes, I just love bread. Yeah.
Chapati.
Chapati.
Oh my God! There's
Yes.
so many other things. There's
I know, but
tandoori,
no,
there's-
I know biryani, everything. I know all the food,
yeah.
but you just give me chapati, I'm happy.
Oh my God!
Very simple.
Simple.
Yeah.
Okay, simple and sweet. Chapati. Your favorite Indian word? Now this is a tough one because India has hundreds of languages and dialects. So, I don't want to choose one. But
Acha.
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 Okay, so that's acha.
Acha.
And your favorite Indian tradition, since you know so much about my country.
I tell you, the bonding with the family, respect for the elderly.
Okay.
It's amazing. We have this in common.
Yes, absolutely.
Our
Yes.
cultures, we have a lot of things which are common. Like when the son gets married, he still lives with the mother, respect for the mother, the father, the bonding with the family.
I totally agree with you. When I first came to Kuwait, and I was a little apprehensive, and I was thinking, and I'm very deeply, I had no intention of moving out of the country, and I had to come because of my husband.
Yes.
So when I first came here, and that is what struck me first, is the strong bonding
Yes.
between the families here in
see?
Kuwait, within the families.
have this.
Yes, and then I soon that's when I realized that this is just like home. You know,
Exactly.
this is exactly like home. The value systems are the same. You know, so
I wish
yes.
they stay this way.
Yes,
No,
we
but
hope we-
even in India, you know what I like? See, in us, like us, the Arabs, respect, like when we go to my mother we kiss the head. It's respect. In India, so you have it like you lay down. I love this.
touch the feet.
Yes,
yes,
I love this. And then
yes,
you go.
Yes,
It's nice to see. I
Yes,
like
you
to
bow
see
down.
different. Yes,
Yes.
it's nice.
yes,
You know?
yes. That is something which I really appreciate. Yes, doing that.
And then in the weekends when we go, like when we're out, we see the grandmother, the mother, the father, the children. They're all like out having
Together.
dinner. It's nice.
Yes, it is good. Family is very important.
Yes, family is very
And that is
important.
something that Kuwait and
Yes.
India shares. And so thank you, Sheikha Soaud.
Thank you.
For being here with us.
Thank you so
and for
much.
sharing your love
Thank you so
for
much.
India. Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much. Thank you.